Hi, everybody from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Today, the final game of the 1992 season. The Phils and the St. Louis Cardinals. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser. The only thing the Phillies have to be concerned with now, Whitey, is what are they going to name the home companion, their highlight film?
How about the game's not so easy, Harry?
Hard one hopper that Brantley throws over Jordan's head.
How about farewell to arms? Legs, knees, shoulders, elbows. How about accentuate the positive?
Grand slam! Dave Holland!
Nightmare on Broad Street, and it's a good title.
Here's the throw to the plate, and he's out at home plate.
Look, I'm going to be the one that narrates this year's home companion, and it's going to be called You Gotta Love the Game. Hosted by, I think that's me, Darren Dalton. Watching my son Zach grow up and turning 30 years old gave me a whole new perspective on baseball. I could understand better the joys of sharing the game with our kids, but also felt the responsibilities being put on me as the Phillies' so-called team leader. They were predicting things like 20 homers and 80 ribbies for me, and as the troops assembled in Clearwater, expectations were pretty high. Meanwhile, I got my hands full just keeping my buddy Jake in line.
Hey, I need a hot dog.
In case you didn't know, Jake is John Kruk, our very own Sultan of SWAT. And as the physique might tell you, Jake doesn't believe much in sweat. We've got a poor group of guys this year as far as stretching, working out. I got Murph on one shoulder and Jake on the other shoulder, and everybody switched. They go to whichever one they like. Jake's he's winning so far. Right toe, right instep. Where you going, Jake? We are making a movie. Let's play ball. Sooner or later, you gotta get sort of serious in spring training. But since the games don't really count, it's a time for fans to kick back and appreciate the finer points of the game. Of course, some guys like Dave Hollins don't have time for such pleasantries.
I gotta say, if David strikes out here, we all better make a right turn, huh? Half-foot snappage, maybe.
Okay, but Dave's a great guy. Really, you'll see. And so's Mariano Duncan, our new play-anywhere guy. But baseball's all-time nicest guy has to be Dale Murphy, who just turned 36, and with an aching knee has to be wondering how much is left of his great career. There were some bad omens early, as Jose De Jesus, a guy we were counting on big time, had to have rotator cuff surgery, and Ricky Jordan got smacked in the jaw with a line drive.
I'm hoping to get it off soon here, maybe a week or two.
But Tyler Green, our #1 draft pick, was making believers out of big leaguers, and a heartwarming drama was being played out by Ruben Amaro. When Ruben was born, his dad was a Gold Glove shortstop for the Phillies. Ruben Sr. returned as a Phillies coach, while Junior got to live out every kid's fantasy as a bat boy for the world champion Phillies. Now, Ruben's living out grown-up dreams for himself and his dad.
Him with the uniform is the first time that I see him with the Phillies uniform, and I didn't think it was going to be as shocking. It's really a great feeling.
After an impressive spring, Ruben earned a spot on the Phillies roster as a backup outfielder to complete the first father-son tandem in Phillies history. Are you watching, Zach?
On the way to Cape May, Stone Harbor came indeed. On the way to Cape May, our skies are always
Phillies blue.
The maestro, Harry the K, presiding for the 22nd straight year over opening day at the Vet. But upon closer inspection, this year's opener had a very different look.
That's it for these uniforms.
The thing is, when the Phillies decided to make new uniforms, they should have asked the players to design them.
If I was designing the uniforms, I think, you know, I think...
Well, it'd be a pair of Wrangler jeans, some red ropers.
First of all, the hat will have palm trees sticking out.
The Jethro Bodine look, you know, maybe with the rope belt, you know.
Something short above the ankles, maybe in a plaid, flannel. You change the name from the Phillies, definitely to the cheesesteaks.
Some bananas as a design. Instead of those stars, there will be bananas.
Numbers, pretzels.
Maybe one of those military belts, you know, so you can keep your emery board and drill and power saws and stuff on it.
Probably a coonskin hat, you know, with the tail on it that flaps in the wind when you throw it that way. It throws the hitter off a little bit.
Cowboy hat that had a P on it. That's sharp, stuff like that.
You know, I can't think of anything else, but that was pretty weak.
So this is what Phillies uniforms have looked like through the years. Pretty sharp. Ah, Jake. No one had seen our new threads yet, and it was getting down to the wire. Can you imagine entrusting a top-secret mission to the Fanatic? Has a game ever been called on account of no uniforms? Not a sight you see every day on Broad Street. Some strange reports came into the police that day, but hey, we got a game to play here. Finally, they arrived. We didn't know whether to thank him or wring his neck. But once we looked inside that trunk, it was like Christmas morning. Join me now as the Philadelphia Phillies. The new fashion plates of Major League Baseball say a sad farewell to the old and usher in a new era of sartorial splendor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Always an air of excitement about opening day, and this one especially. This one is probably as exhilarating as the opening of this stadium back in 1971. New uniforms, great crowd, day baseball.
Well, I'll tell you, they have done a great job of keeping those uniforms under wraps, so to speak. And here they come. Lenny Dykstra is the first out, and I'll tell you, they are different. It looks like they've taken a little bit out of the past, some of their uniforms, certainly in the lettering.
Oh, this is it. I'm telling you.
After 30 years in the minors, first base coach Mel Roberts had made it to the show.
This is flat out awesome, I tell you that right now.
Line drive to deep left center field. Dykstra, great diving catch at the warning track. Lenny Dykstra had a long way to run, and Dykstra makes the year's first outstanding defensive play and gets the crowd to their feet here at Veterans Stadium. Ooh, here's a pitch that hits Lenny Dykstra in the hand. Well, that did not sound good, and I certainly hope Lenny's all right. Boy, that'd be a tough way to start the season.
The Phillies' first at bat of the season. The dude, coming back from a season in which he missed 99 games, broke a bone in his hand and would be out for 15 games. Not exactly how Jim Fregosi hoped to start his first full season as Phillies manager.
Fly ball to center. It's well hit, but Sosa in front of the warning track makes the catch, and this game is over.
We lost the opener 4-3, but more importantly, we lost our center fielder and leadoff hitter. For Ruben Amaro, who would be stepping in for the dude, the sentimental journey was about to get dead serious.
Ground ball, base hit, extra bases, down into the left field corner. Dalton scores. Amaro into second with his second double of the ball game. He's 2 for 2 with a run batted in. Phillies lead it 5-3. Oh, boy.
Long drive. Watch this, baby. Way out of here.
What a debut for Ruben Amaro. A tremendous home run into the seats and left, and the Phillies lead it by a score of 8-3.
Somewhere, Papa was smiling. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and his first curtain call at the vet.
Baby. We want you, baby. Go out, dude. Go ahead. Go out.
Used to be running in and out of that dugout picking up bats, too. I mean, what a great story he is.
The fairy tale continued a while longer as Ruben hit 3 home runs in the first week and made a mad dash against the Mets.
Catch, Ruben Amaro coming. The throw to the plate is wide. Amaro's safe, and the Phillies have a 3-2 lead here in the 4th.
Uh-oh. He caught up to that, baby, but it's going to be caught in right field as Murphy gets over to make the catch.
Good job by Kurt Schilling. He worked 3 strong innings.
Pitcher of record if the Phillies can hold the lead.
The Wild Thing guaranteed fascinating viewing for Schilling and Green.
Long drive, deep left, Chamberlain back, off the fence, they almost collide. Bonilla is going to hold at second. That was inches from tying this game.
Here, the suggested way to watch Mitch pitch. Of course, as the Wild Thing would tell you, there was never a doubt. Schilling's first win, Mitch's first save, and after starting the season 4-3 without the dude, we were feeling pretty good. Then came a severe case of the April blues.
Track, and he can't get it. Schofield will roll into second base. It's a ball that, would be caught normally, but Dale just can't move. Well, Dale Murphy tried to go tonight, but manager Jim Fregosi, as he was heading out for his position, Dale you see how hobbled he is.
We lost Murph pretty much for the season and lost 6 straight in ugly fashion.
Baptiste under pressure. The ball gets away. Here comes Boston. 2 runs are going to score. Baptiste under pressure from Boston. And
with 2/3 of our outfield hurt, we then lost 2/5 of our starting rotation.
Looking at Tommy's face when he's throwing the ball, there's a little bit of a grimace in there. That does not look like a good sign to me.
Swing and a smash. It hits Ashby in the hand, safe all around, and Ashby is hurt. And this could be a very serious injury.
Unbelievable. Oh, man. And this kid's pitching so well right now, too. When will it end?
Not soon enough, Wills. Not soon enough. On our first West Coast swing, we ran into problems of a whole other sort, which kind of dwarfed the significance of baseball games.
By the time we left the clubhouse to go to take the field to play that night in L.A., I guess the riots had broken out. And
that's very bad for the people, very bad. I feel sorry for a lot of people, especially for all the family right now. They don't have no home. I feel very bad for everybody.
It seems a little funny to talk about fun and games in light of our national tragedy, but sports is and always has been a diversion from daily problems and now from our national tragedy. And we will have baseball today, and it's going to be interesting, Whitey, because this is turn back the clock day. The uniforms are going to be from 1942.
Yeah. But hit him on the arm.
Hit him. Okay.
Well, now you got Hollins and
what's going on?
Will Clark.
And the benches are emptying now. Somebody better put a stop to this quick.
Hollins is he doesn't take much guff from anybody, and
in play. Oh, bad hop. 1 run scores. Another run scores. 2 are in. It is a 10-1 Phillies lead.
Just what the doctor ordered. Solid defense, a strong outing by Cliff Brownlee, and a 12-3 laughter.
And Dalton's going to come around. They're going to wave him in. Here comes the relay to the plate. He's safe.
A base hit for Duncan. He is 5 for 5. Green just swirling around. It could be a double play. It is. This game is over.
After a month, we were in 4th place, but Jake was leading the league in batting and memorable quotes.
And people say, you guys are throwbacks. What does that mean? No one else wanted us, so they threw us back in the pile, and the Phillies had to take us. I think that's what it means.
Well, hey, I want you to take a look at this. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hide this right here. Jake is in his pajamas right now. He's been walking around here for about 5 hours in his clothes, and Jake decided to change it to his PJs.
Now here he is, the one, the only, John Martin Kruk from Burlington, West Virginia, population 50. Is that right? Population 50?
Well, maybe, there might be 55. I think they're breeding now.
Okay. How would you describe your hitting prowess? Somebody says you run into a baseball when you hit it.
I can't explain it. It's very unorthodox. When I watch tapes, I don't even think that's what I'm doing up there, but I guess I am.
So you're sort of moving as the pitch goes. I mean, you know, and you have, somebody's 100 different stances in a given year. Dennis Menke said that. And sometimes 3 or 4 stances at an at-bat.
I just do it. If I think it feels comfortable, then I'll do it. I might be hitting good with one stance, but if I go up there and something else feels comfortable, then I'll stick with it.
Okay, hitting coaches of America, hide your eyes. And for you young hitters, don't try this at home. Knock. Another knock. That's you, Jake. How do you do that? I don't know. Power stroke to left. Central. Up the middle. And deep. I see you, Jake. Sweet. Nice going off the left-hander. Gappage. Vintage. Whirlpool. Touch them all.
Powering fly to deep center field. Lewis back. It's out of here. Center field home run for the Crocker.
Remember, it's not over until the fat man swings.
The thing we admire about Terry Mulholland is his remarkably profound insight into the mundane aspects of human existence.
If I wasn't doing what I'm doing today, I wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, and we also like the fact that he won 13 games and led the league with 12 complete games.
Terry Mulholland has pitched his 3rd straight complete game.
Terry was joined by an incredible 14 different starting pitchers, including free agent Don Robinson, who came to the Phils in May, less than 2 years after sharing a memorable occasion with Terry. Robbie and Terry squared off on August 15th, 1990, and when it was over, we had ourselves a little slice of Phillies history.
Line drive, great grab! Charlie Hayes spears it, and Mulholland has pitched a no-hit.
Now, Robbie took his spot in our battered rotation, and all he did his first time out was pitch 6 one-hit shutout innings and prove a rather adept traffic cop.
Who wants it? Both Baptiste and Hollins. Robinson knocks Baptiste out of the way, and Hollins makes the catch.
As Kim Batiste found out, baseball can be a very dangerous game.
He makes the catch anyhow.
And Chamberlain got hit by that ball, popped right up and hit him. Almost got the skipper, I think.
Extra loses grip on his bat, and it goes all the way into the crowd.
Well, oh, look out. He's hit a vicious line drive into the Phillies dugout. My goodness.
I'm telling you, they got gloves on down there. Philly hits the wickedest fouls. He's the latest swinger. Ricky just put a catcher's mask on down there.
Do you blame him?
No.
Just in case you're wondering why they call catching equipment the tools of ignorance.
Well, Bubba's indisposed, so this is Jake taking over to show you some horror films. Check out Bubba's left knee getting hammered here by Mike Heath in '86. But to show you how tough Bubba is, he actually stayed in the game with a torn ligament and tried to bat. Ouch. Then Bubba was a sitting duck as Ray Lankford did a little demolition derby on him last year. Man, I'm telling you, these catchers earn their money. Anyway, in 7 big league seasons, Bubba played only 500-some games till this year. Now he's finally healthy, playing every day, and totally awesome.
Deep right center field. This ball is out of here. A 2-run home run. Darren Dalton. Throw is dead solid perfect. Only perfect by Darren Dalton. What a great throw. Breaking ball slammed down that right field line. Dalton's going to try for 2. He's in there. The ball gets away. Dalton's going to go to third. Long drive. Watch this, baby. Out of here. Home run.
Hitting home runs is one thing, but when he starts stealing bases, he's just showing off.
It's funny because when I played in San Diego and he was playing, I used to hate him. I thought he was a pretty boy.
Yeah.
You know,
So he's not a pretty boy.
Well, I mean, he's a good-looking man. Right. Don't get me wrong, but you know, when you get to play with him every day, you really appreciate all the work he goes through.
Here comes Kruk. The throw, 7-2 in the bottom of the 7th on a 2-run double by the scorching Dutch Dalton. Swing and a drive to deep left. It's got a chance. It's out of here. Home run, Darren Dalton. His second of the night. And the Phillies now lead in the bottom of the 8th, 7-5 on a 3-run homer by Dutch Dalton.
Bubba gets the royal treatment. Then the post-game show.
Chance. It's out of here. Home run, Darren Dalton. His second of the night. That's a big blow. Congratulations.
Thanks, Eric.
Darren, you're putting together such great numbers, and of course we continue to talk on the air about the fact that there would be no justice if you didn't start the All-Star game. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think certainly I have the numbers to start. I think the fans are behind me now. It's been a while, but the All-Star game, you have to be voted in. So we'll just wait and see and keep plugging away, and hopefully it'll happen.
There was still more than a month till the break, and the league-leading Pirates were in town for 3.
Long drive. Watch that baby way out of here. Home run, Mariano Duncan.
With a sweep, we could move within 2 games of the Bucks.
Man, what a play by Holland. He got him a brilliant play by Dykstra. Makes the play and gets the fence. He thought maybe Duncan would get it. Another hit. Letty is 4 for 4. Fans are on their feet. Long drive to deep right field. Amaro back. He's got it. This game is over. Kurt Schilling, his first major league shutout.
1 down and 2 to go.
Merced hits it hard to Kruk. He'll go to Swain for 1. Back to first. Got him. What a great 3-6-3 double play. The left. This ball is caught by Duncan. What a play by Mariano Duncan. Deep to right field. Back goes Merced. He did it again. Another home run, Darren Dalton.
I mean, those are line drives that he's hitting.
Hard ground ball. Kruk can't get it. 2 runs will score. Van Slyke on his way to second. It's 5-3.
I had the misfortune of ending this 5-3 loss, and the next night we were tied in the 12th with Barry Jones on the mound.
And here's a punch shot back through the middle. It's in for a hit, but the runners had to hold up. And now the ball is bobbled in center field. Here comes Bonds around. He's going to score. Pirates lead.
Suddenly, we were 6 out and fading. But a trip to Wrigley is bound to lift the spirits.
The millionaire and his wife. And there's definitely something about the way this cabbie's going to Wrigley.
When they invented baseball more than a century ago, this is what they must have had in mind.
Beautiful thing. Playing a day game at Wrigley.
It kind of makes you feel like a kid again, but then pretty much everything has that effect on Mitch.
Sports fans of America, here we are in the shrine of Major League Baseball, Wrigley Field.
John Kruk leads it off, the Major League's leading hitter.
Hey, Kruk, you dumb hillbilly!
Towering fly to deep left. This ball is out of here. Outside of the ballpark on the rooftops of the apartment buildings, fans taking in this ball game.
One thing about Wrigley Field fans, they come for the complete experience, and they've made an art form of rooting from the cheap seats. They've also made an art form of insulting opposing outfielders, and they start them early in the bleachers.
John, here! John, here! Hey, Lenny, this is gonna go over your head! Just like Sesame Street!
Deep left center field, and this ball is off the wall.
Lenny, baby!
Lenny Hart's the
Believe it or not, there were some Phillies faithful in enemy camp, and this time at least, we had the last laugh.
Here's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him on 3 pitches to end the ball game. And the Phils have won it by a score of 5-4 for the Cubs.
Unfortunately, by the time we went back on the road in the first week of July, we were in last place and about to dig ourselves a hole too deep to get out of. This, sports fans, was our worst nightmare.
So the Phillies' frustration continuing. 1st and 3rd, and no outs.
I think everybody's going to be glad to get out of town, though, after the drubbing here.
And the defensive woes continue on this road trip. Phillies have just made errors of commission and omission throughout the road trip.
Bases are loaded. Boy, the Phillies have not executed.
Phil's trying to halt a 7-game losing streak here tonight.
Ruben Amaro fighting a slump right now. How quickly they crop up. One of those nights for Jonesy.
Well, as we said yesterday, Harry, didn't think it could get any worse. It has already.
I think all of the Phillies will be glad to see this stretch end and glad to see a few days off. Even those who are going to the All-Star game here in San Diego, it'll still be a change.
You really excited about it? I will tomorrow, I'm sure. We've been on a road trip from hell out here. We were 2-11 as a team with Philadelphia, so I'm still trying to get over that. It hasn't been a whole lot of fun.
Jake and I made the All-Star team as reserves, and in spite of what we'd just been through, we were going to try to make the most of it. Then we found out the San Diego clubhouse man had misplaced our practice jerseys, so we had to decide what kind of fashion statement to make on the workout day.
I know, but what else we gonna wear? We gonna go out like this? Well, we're not gonna have much choice. We gotta wear something.
Just keep your microphones open, guys. They'll give you plenty to ride. I think John rubs off on everybody else. I think the rest of us are good, wholesome guys. And we've just been around Jake so much. So.
Don't believe it for a minute.
Jake, we need to go. Somebody go buy a Phillies shirt.
We're Padres today.
That away. Keep going. Hey, I'm gonna keep running on your ass.
I know.
Where Terry Dalton is getting his pregame.
Meanwhile, someone went up to the concession stand to try and buy us some Phillies jerseys.
Tired of seeing you. What'd you say? Yeah.
They do not sell Phillies. The lady said, "Why would we sell that?" I swear to God. We're just not good, Darren.
What's up, JP? Thank you. You too, man. You too.
I want to tell you before you know you should be starting.
I know.
John Kruk has taken baseball attire to new heights here today with the striking Phillies Braves ensemble.
Can't believe you did it. I can't believe you're doing it.
You and Trucker, I don't know.
Don't put me in the same breath with him, man.
Uniforms or not, these pictures go in the scrapbook, because this is what I used to dream about.
Let's go, Joe.
I got you out.
How you doing?
I got you
Yes,
out.
you did. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
I can't believe they let Benny through. That's a scary thought. That's why you like the B&B. What the hell can we swing at around here to get loose? Pretty good short stuff right here.
Hi, Mom. How you doing, Mom? Hi, Dad.
Get me in. Get me in. You got a wide angle. How you doing? Are you all wet? I ain't playing today. I don't have to worry about it. I got to stay clean.
From the Philadelphia Phillies, catcher Darren Dalton. And the first baseman, John Kruk.
Can you believe it? They still love Jake in San Diego. But when he finally got in the game, they were probably glad he was no longer a Padre. Just your basic 9-4-5 play.
Nice play in the outfield, John. Just the way you were talking, you want any balls hit in, you got to make a full glove play. Hit the cutoff, man. Yeah, you did. It's all that matters.
John went up to the concession area trying to find a Phillies sweatshirt or T-shirt that he could wear, and the lady at the concession stand said, "Why would we sell any Phillies paraphernalia here?" A little quick back by the Molitor to Eckersley. Safe.
I got a knock. Did I get a knock? No. You give me an error?
Yeah.
Is that right? You guys got to get that changed.
Jake got 2 knocks, but was upset to find out they didn't count toward his average. As for me, well, it's a long way from being a 25th round draft choice and wondering if I'd ever make it. Can't wait to tell Zach all about it. From dreams come true back to harsh reality. We were still staring at a 9-game losing streak when we sent Curt Schilling to the mound against the Dodgers. This is a guy Lee Thomas stole from the Astros in the spring and Jim Fregosi liked right from the get-go. Now he was becoming our most effective starter.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the ball game. 4th strikeout for Schilling. A complete game win for the big right-hander as the Phils halt their 9-game losing streak.
This guy's a competitor. Got him. What a way to finish. 3rd shutout of the year for Curt Schilling. His 2nd straight complete game. And the Phillies get a much, much needed win.
This is your life, Curt Schilling.
And this is your wife, Curt Schilling. She seemed to approve of Curt's 8 wins after the All-Star break.
And Schilling now has pitched 24 consecutive scoreless innings.
Toning in on you.
Curt Schilling has been a godsend since moving into the starting rotation.
This is the Curt Schilling documentary.
And through it all, Curt remained his usual shy, humble self.
Rags to riches, to rags to riches. Back to rags.
Oh, my goodness. What a night for Delino DeShields.
How about my performance the other night, Jake? The bombs bursting in there. Delino DeShields with 2 large flies and not a lot of
The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Ground ball right to Schilling. Kurt's going to end it himself. Throws. It's over. What a brilliant job by Curt Schilling. A one-hitter, the only hit, a homer by Bonilla as the Phillies win it by a score of 2-1.
Larry Shank, ladies and gentlemen, fashion illiterate.
Well, the Baron didn't have time to think about wardrobe. What with keeping track of the 48 players who appeared on our roster.
Darren Dalton.
John Kruk.
Dave Holland. Lenny Dykstra. Mariano Duncan. Terry
Curt Schilling.
Ricky Morandini. Wally Backman.
Tony Green.
Matty Cox. Mitch Williams and Ricky Jordan. Bill Murphy.
Ruben Amaro.
Jones. The Ashby.
Bradley. Wally Ritchie.
Kyle Abbott. Dale Swain. Steve Blake. Brad
Williams. Mickey Westcar.
Julio Figueroa.
Steve Cersei. Bob Hayward. Julio Castillo. Keith Shepard.
Jose
Warren Bell.
Greg Matthews.
Todd
Jim
Pratt.
Lindemann.
Stan Javier. Joe Millette. Comes Tom Marsh.
Jeff Grodwall.
Last of the 48, but certainly not least.
I think I can.
The Phillies' not-so-little engine that could.
That's well hit. Watch that, baby. That's going to be way out of here. A tremendous home run for Jeff Grodwall. He slams that one to deep right field, and that's way out of here. Tremendous home run by Grodwall. His 2nd in as many nights. Well hit, and this game is going to be tied. The 3rd pitch hit home run of the series by Jeff Grodwall.
Grody only only got 65 at-bats all year, but his unbelievable streak earned him an affectionate jab from Jake.
Camera 5, Pittsburgh.
And speaking of amazing feats, even a bank of monitors had a hard time keeping track of Mulholland's move.
Pick it off, move at first, and Gary.
There's Mulholland's move, and he got him. Right out of the chute.
Got him. Terry's second pickoff of the game.
Another step off, pickoff move. He picks off his second man of the night.
What an unbelievable pickoff machine he has become.
Of course, the pickoff move is the catcher's best friend, and I think Mo's got the best one in the game. Only 7 runners even tried to steal off him all year, and only 2 made it, lowest in the league.
Throw to first base, he is out. Terry Mulholland has picked off his 12th of the year.
Mulholland's pickoff move nails him. Terry Mulholland with that great step-off pickoff move. Got him. Got it. Picked him off, make it 16.
Terry's 16 picks tied a big league mark and showed how much he's learned as a pitcher. But for another Philly left-hander, Kyle Abbott, the learning curve was slow and painful this season.
Hit in the air to left field. Looks like there's room for Duncan, I think. No! In the basket, a grand slam home run for Scott, and 5-0 Cubs.
Through the All-Star break, Abbott was 0-11 and doing everything he could to rekindle the promise of the spring and remember the words of wisdom imparted by the Phil's sage lefty, Steve Carlton.
You have plenty of all the good ingredients. You have a great arm, but take the pressure off your arm with your legs. You look at Ryan, he is striding long and powerful. I threw any pitch at any time.
Really?
Never let him figure you out.
Yeah.
So you have to show him that you can throw a strike before you can not throw a strike.
Yeah.
So they made me throw a strike with my slider, and then once I established I could, then I go back and strike them. Remember, you don't have to get them out. They have to hit you. Put the pressure on them. One of the big obstacles in life is yourself. And the grid work and your thinking, your hang-ups, you know. The biggest thing in life is to get out of your own way and let your talent. This knows what it wants to do. Big, mean, and aggressive. That's where you want to get. Because if you look that way, and you don't have to be that in your heart, but if you look that way, he thinks that you are that.
Right, it's all appearance anyway.
It's an act. You got a great arm. Allow yourself to win.
And so he did. Abbott took advantage of a 17-hit attack and help from 3 relievers, and it all added up to a big W for the 24-year-old left-hander.
Could be 2. Let's check out the dugout, folks. Here comes Kyle Abbott.
Yep, they're setting him up. Watch this. They got him.
I believe in pacing myself. I don't want to start myself too quick, so I wanted to wait till July 18th.
Shut up. Congratulations. Yeah.
We're going to Disneyland.
Isn't this kind of crap supposed to take place in April?
Abbott took all the clubhouse ribbon in good fun, and the message he got from the skipper was, this should be the first of many. While Abbott encourages patience, this lefty wears it out. Nah, just kidding, Mitch.
Way outside. Walked him to load the bases. Well, Mitch has really dug a hole for himself. The 3rd walk in the inning. Bases loaded with Dodgers. 2 outs in the 9th inning. Phillies lead by a run. Hit to deep right field. Chamberlain back. Oh, almost lost it, but makes the catch at the track. A heart-thumping 18th save for the Wild thing. And
Yeah, just another walk in the park. Wow, thing. Well, Mitch did it again. We stopped by. Walk in the park, Wild thing. Damn it, Mitch.
Chaz, man, it's hurt.
Hello, everybody.
Introducing Mariano Duncan, who can play just about anywhere but pitcher. Oh, so you think you can pitch too, Dunk?
Yes! Sir!
Okay. Dunk's another one of those quiet, inhibited guys who has a hard time fitting in.
I just wanna be close to you.
Deep to left center field. Long run for the outfielders, but Duncan will have his major league leading 28th double of the year.
Catches the ball. Broken bat pop-up, shallow right, long run, Duncan, great catch, Mariano Duncan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mariano Duncan for the Philadelphia Phillies.
I know everybody know my name, but I just like to introduce my buddy. I just say my buddy, my homeboy, Ben Rivera.
Big Ben Rivera, who came from the Braves in an early season trade, went to Scranton on a rehab assignment and twirled a little 7-inning no-hitter. That earned him a starring role in Mr. Duncan's Neighborhood.
¿Cómo te sientes estar aquí en tu nuevo equipo, los Phillies de Filadelfia, después de estar con los Bravos de Atlanta?
Bueno, yo me siento muy bien y especialmente estar junto a mi hermano Cabezón aquí.
Ben Rivera, big tall guy, 6'7", come from the Atlanta Braves.
This is either going to be a freeze it or a whiff. It's going to be abuse, though. Oh! Oh! Freeze it! Little barrel locker right there. Jeez! I think he tore some ligaments in his knee when he went down.
Ben, how you feel? They come from Atlanta Braves to the Philadelphia Phillies and do that kind of job that you be doing for the ball club. I know that you pitch excellent lately.
Well, you know.
Bueno, estas fueron las palabras de nuestro compatriota. Yo creo que es primera vez que un equipo vemos tanto dominicanos, principalmente los Phillies de Filadelfia.
Appearing next on the show, another of Donk's homeboys from San Pedro, a sleek-feeling shortstop acquired from the Orioles in August, Juan Bell.
Connection. The pitcher, the second baseman, and the shortstop.
And now, we just have another Dominican homeboy. First of all, Juan Bell, I just want to ask you a question on how do you feel to be here right now?
Well, right now I feel happy to be here.
Bell, nice stop. Got him.
And so, until the next episode of Mr. Duncan's Neighborhood.
Goodbye, everybody.
Root for the... If they don't win, it's a shame. Well, longtime Philadelphia broadcaster Bill Campbell honored tonight here at Veterans Stadium. Voice of the Phils, the Eagles, and the Sixers. And Bill is here to work with his old colleague Whitey Ashburn in innings 2 and 3. Bill, take it away.
Thank you very much, Harry. It's a real privilege to be here. And as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted 22 years ago. You guys have had such an unpredictable season, leading the league in runs, leading the league in scoring runs. It's like you had any kind of pitching at all, you ought to have a good year. Schilling looks like he's going to the Heat now. Here's another one, swing and a miss as he threw it by him again, and that one he had down at the knee. He just overpowered two guys here. There's Justice. Oh, what a great play. Jordan with an unbelievable stop. What a great play. Oh, baby. I got a question to ask you. You guys get paid for this? I don't believe it.
That's the one thing that's always amazed me about this business, is that they pay you for it.
I'll always believe you did this for the love of the game. You gotta love the game.
Maybe it takes a guy who's been around baseball for half a century to put it in proper perspective. But listening to Bill Campbell made it clear how lucky we all are to be in this game. Thanks, Bill. The point was made even clearer in a speech given to us at the annual Phillies ALS charity event.
About a year and a half ago, I was a perfectly normal person, avid golfer, very, very sports enthusiast, bought my own company. I felt like I was totally on top of the world. In 1 year, I went from being almost normal to where I am right now, which is I can barely walk. I can't raise either arm. I don't want to be too heavy, but the bottom line is I truly wish you would pass on to your wives how much I appreciate what they're doing, because I certainly hope that they find a cure for this thing. I do not really want to die.
It was a special night for us, a chance to give something back to our fans and show our appreciation. It was the 9th straight year the Phillies family staged a fundraiser for ALS, and this year we raised almost $350,000. Despite being on the DL twice, Lenny raised his average above 300 in early August, and he was up to his old tricks. Here, suggesting a new way for an umpire to make a call, and here, lining the gapper.
Pitch, swing, and a hit to right center field. Morandinho score. Here comes Marsh. He'll score. Dykstra second with a double. And the Phillies have taken a 7-5 lead on a 2-out 8th-inning hit by the dude, Lenny Dykstra.
But in mid-August, it all came to a crashing halt for the dude, as a broken left hand ended his season after only 85 games. 3 days later, Wes Chamberlain fell victim to a suddenly treacherous first base bag. Sprained ankle, season over. Welcome to the dog days, folks, when skippers can hardly bear to watch.
Long drive. This ball game is over. Hunter has won it with a 2-run home run here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Ben Rivera, after 8 strong innings, will not be involved in the decision as
Jake lost his temper, his batting lead, and the end of the season to a bum shoulder. Down on the farm, Tyler Green was also shut down with a sore shoulder. And though he'd shown great stuff all year, they feared the worst. But maybe the toughest news of all was that Dale Murphy's knee was not responding, and it seemed possible that Murph's great career was over.
Our host is taking another break, so this is Jake filling in again. All year, everyone asked Bub to explain why he was having such a great year.
I mean, you've got more RBIs this year than you've ever had.
Healthy left knee.
Is that really what it is?
That's it. That's bottom line. When it's healthy, you know, I can get in the box. I have a good firm base. I can push off my back leg. As long as it holds up, I enjoy playing the game. It makes it a lot easier for me.
Bub is just being modest. Ask Dennis Menke.
Yeah, he gets more balls foul than anything. Hooked him into the seats. So this year, you watch him now, he's staying inside the ball, not trying to pull the ball. Now he's hitting more balls out the opposite direction.
Oh, geez.
A little part in Santa Barbara, the soap opera, so you'll have to watch that. It's supposed to come out the 24th.
Yeah, well, you would have had to watch pretty closely. Bubba rehearsed all day. They got all these people around telling everyone what to do, and then it finally comes to Bubba's scene, and it ends up lasting about as long as a swing and a miss.
Hey, saw you walking. Darren Dalton. I haven't seen you since baseball camp.
There.
Oh! That's it? What? That's it? What's that? You have to go back. Is that? I see you, Baba.
I found Darren's initial Broadway appearance to be whimsical.
I'd say it was marvelously entertaining.
I felt it was quite pathetic. It was very scintillating, quick.
It was an unabashed joy. I was sorry to see it end.
Muy bueno.
Just not good.
Subprofessional.
It was exhilarating.
As long as Darren thought it was a good appearance, I guess that's all that really matters.
Jay, what do these guys know? Tom Selleck stopped by. Now there's a real pro. You know, Magnum, Mr. Baseball. He and I sat down and analyzed the tapes. Talked about method acting, various techniques. I mean, really dissected my performance. I think he understood the nuance, the subtle humor. I think I dazzled him.
Darren maybe ought to stick to hitting.
What does he know about hitting? I mean, acting. Never mind. Tom took some BP, and this time, Jake gave the reviews.
That's an infield single.
Maybe you should stick to acting, Tom. Couldn't resist.
Can't hit me, no way.
The Phillies have their own Mr. Baseball, playing his first full season and already drawing enthusiastic thumbs up.
Center field off the bat of Hollins. Over to cut it off. Thompson. Hollins is going to try for 2, and he is safe. What great hustle by Dave Hollins.
Larry Boa says that Dave Hollins is the most intense baseball player he has ever seen on the field. Now that, Boa played with Pete Rose.
He approaches a game like it's the last game of his life. His intensity is so high. Regardless if the score's 10-1 or 1-0, he plays the game the way you're supposed to play it.
Diving, he's out.
Been a human dartboard this year.
19 times he was hit by a pitch, a big league record for switch hitters. Let's face it, Dave doesn't care how he gets to first, as long as he gets there.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody play this hard day in and day out, or this intensely since Pete. He's got somewhat of a football mentality right now that he takes out there. David Hollins, the complete player. Tough. Evander Holyfield's tough. Dave is beyond tough.
He's hit in the batting helmet, and there goes Hollins. Hollins will not take that, and there's a big pile up on the mound.
If he charges me, he's going to have to catch me in center field because I'm running. Now, when David Hollins has an open floor night, he scares me. I don't like to be around him. I'm a man, but I can admit to the fact that I'm actually terrified of him.
Infielders have learned to stay out of his way at all costs.
Line drive, Hollins, double play.
But Dave's not just intense, he can flat out play. Try out these numbers: 27 homers, 93 RBIs, 104 runs scored. Almost reminds you of another Phillies third baseman, a number 20.
A 2-2 pitch, swing, ground ball, base hit, right field, Lindemann scores. And the Phillies have won by a score of 4-3 in the bottom half of the ninth inning on the RBI single by Dave Hollins.
A peck on the cheek from Jake is enough to soften up even Stonewall Hollins. And speaking of softening up,
Bless her heart, she couldn't make it to the game.
How would you describe this relationship when all is said and done? This is an interesting relationship, you know?
Exact opposites.
Yeah, opposites attract. Oh, yeah? You like that?
Attracted to me.
He says that he doesn't think that you're going to end up with 100 RBIs or even be the RBI leader all year. What does he know? Does he know enough about this?
No.
He doesn't know
No,
anything?
I told him in spring training I was going to beat him in home runs and RBIs this year.
Yeah.
Batting average, too.
No, I didn't say anything about batting average.
Yeah.
I have no chance.
No, he might beat me in home runs.
Yeah. He could do it.
Not RBIs.
Yeah.
Morandini scores, Truck being waved around. Bell's relay, he is out at home plate. Phillies lead it by a score of 5-1. Another RBI for Dalton, number 99. That's your buddy Trucker, tried real hard to make it an even century for you.
Yeah, he did. Pee-wee's waved a couple of outs around there, but actually they said he was safe, but he got his hand in there on camera.
He made
Oh, I was safe by a mile. But I wasn't going to let any umpire keep me from being a part of Bubba's big moment.
Ground ball, base hit, center field, Kruk scores. Phillies lead at 4-2. Dutch Dalton just got his 100th RBI. Oh boy, never done it before. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy than Dutch Dalton.
And to show how nice he is, Bubba bought a little bubbly for the guys who made it possible.
Thanks for getting out of gentlemen. Nice ball. Relief to get it out of the way.
Yeah, it's, yeah, I feel good about it. Now I want to go and try to win the title.
Swing and a long drive, it might be. It is a grand slam home run. Darren Dalton. And the Phillies now lead at 9-2, and Dalton with 105 runs batted in, and that was a no doubt about it. No relay throw, a double for Dalton. RBI number 106.
Come on, Dutch, pick one up here.
Runner at third for Darren Dalton. Here's an RBI spot if Darren can get a hit. And he slugs one to right field. Well hit. It is high off the fence and in play. He gets his RBI, and he gets a double, and the Phillies are on the board. It's a 2-1 ball game. His 109th run batted in.
109 ribbies. Not bad for a pretty boy.
well, thanks, Jake. But you know I'd trade those stats in a second to be on a pennant contender. Finishing last doesn't generally make for great memories, but when you sit and talk about this season, despite how things turned out, there are an awful lot of positive images that end up coming to mind.
Line drive, left center, great diving grab by the dude. Larry Chamberlain makes a great catch. Playing ground ball back through the middle. What a play by Bell. He threw him out. Duncan, a great running grab.
Some images stand out more for style points than anything else. Finding the silver lining in this season is like, well, turning a pickoff move into a steal of home. For instance, take the fact that we led the league in runs scored for 5 months and finished second to the Bucks.
Not in time. Run number 4.
He's safe on a close play. 80 scores tomorrow, and he's safe. He scores, and the Phillies lead it.
Safe. He scores. Comes to the plate. He scores. 2-0 Phillies. Here comes the relay to the plate. He's safe.
It's close, but safe at home plate. He circles him.
Then take Mickey Morandini, who proved he can definitely play a big league second base and turn himself into a dangerous contact hitter.
Changed his style of hitting. He's become more aggressive at the plate. He's hitting the ball on the ground, doing a lot of things the Phillies want, and of course his batting average has shown the improvement.
Swing and a line drive, base hit, center field.
But the moment Mickey will most remember was predicted by Whitey Ashburn.
Line drive in the infield, then you have a triple play.
There they go. There it is. 1.
There it is.
There's 2.
Run to first. How about that?
All right, just like you described, Whitey, and unassisted, right?
Before that play unfolded, I said to myself, Trucky's playing first, my man Ricky J's not. I'm going to have to take care of this thing by myself. If my main man Ricky Jordan would have been on first, I'd have let him share in the wealth a little bit, but
Randy Reddy had the same play the year before, but even though there had been only 8 unassisted triple plays in history, Spikey tossed it to Ricky for the 3rd out.
next time we're out there together, we'll be performing some magic together, brother.
All right, thanks, Mickey Mo. Ricky stirred up a little magic of his own in September, filling in for Crucky and hitting .500 in the last 10 games. Ricky finished at .304 in about half a season and earned a spot on the Phil's 15-man protected list.
3-2 pitch, swing and a base hit to right field. Dalton's going to score, and this game is over. The Phillies have won it 3-2 on a pinch single by Ricky Jordan.
Now back to that silver lining. The right arm of Tommy Green appears to be sound and should be at full strength for '93. And the news is also good on Tyler Green, who may bring that nasty knuckle curve in from the bullpen. The Phils also traded for ex-23 game winner Danny Jackson, who gives us another quality lefty to go with Terry Moe. So when all is said and done, what do I tell Zach? I tell him to be a shortstop, not a catcher. I tell him you gotta love the game. Oh, and whatever you do, don't listen to your Uncle Jake.
Brother.
Oh, it's barehanded. Oh, there's one from the highlight film.
Oh, brother.
Out of here.